What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Starfield. We're continuing where we left off in the last one. So, let's jump right into this, shall we? Let's figure out where the hell we're going, because I think I got lost in the back end of the last one. It's also been another day since I've actually recorded, so... Okay, random room. Yeah, I don't even remember how I even got in here now. Where's the damn door? There we go. Let's follow this. Let's see if she'll point me in the right direction. There we go. We're going in the right direction now. Really got to turn around there somewhere. Don't know how, but I did. But yes, I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I'm actually recording this on Thursday, I think. You guys are watching this tomorrow on Friday for me. So I hope everybody's had a good week, actually. By the time you're watching this, the week is pretty much over. Or it is, at least for people in the UK. Anyway, let's continue with the main story, shall we? I did press thingy to talk.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the Spike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
The Spike was built into the ship, so I didn't really have a choice. I thought the fleet could use some extra spare parts. Where's my ship?
Don't worry your pretty little head about your damn ship. We had it brought back here safe and sound. Now pay attention. Dale went out of his way to tell you how impressed he was. You just gonna leave him hanging like that?
The Spike was built into the ship, so I didn't really have a choice.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, a job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Spike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4.
Okay, I have faith in Jazz can get the tech to work. What's the condition of...
It's the giant shroud that covers the entire city. Big ugly thing that Generdyne uses to absorb lightning strikes. When you arrive in Neon, I'm sure your contact will fill you in with all the boring details.
I'm just gonna say we got faith in her.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away, neighbor. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash.
I'm sure we'll get along just fine. I like the part about splitting the cash. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
No, no, no. There is no getting along here. You are going to do everything she asks. Follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
We have dealt with more than a few of your captains. This one should be no problem.
You did right by one. But she's almost as green as you two. Estelle is different.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
We just realized that, like, we've just, like, broken into, like, a secret UC facility where they didn't even know where it was. And we came out with a ship with the comm spike, which he wanted. And he's like, oh yeah, you're now going off to this place, and yeah, you better not piss off this captain, because if you do, you know, he's gonna berate us for it. Dude, we just absolutely wrecked house the last few missions we've been on with you. Like, chill out, my dude. Not my first rodeo, and plus you're making me do all the damn work. Like, I went and broke into Gal Bank for you to find exactly the coordinates of this thing you've been looking for years.
Kinetics, electromags, energy weapons.
You're steaming towards a goal with my help. You don't know I'm a double agent, so...
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Up yours, as far as I can say. Yeah, this guy though, man. I forgot I've got to be really, like, stern with the mic. I think I've gone soft because of, I've had a bit of a break. Alright, let's get out of here anyway. Not sure if we're going to go see our UC contact now or no. Guess we're about to find out. I have no idea.
Clamps released. Air pressure stable. Thrusters are a go.
Actually,
Ready.
what is our current mission? Proceed to the UC Vigilance. Yeah, we're going back to see the Vigilance. Just good. Also, my shields and everything's all over the whack, so I think we'll sort that out quickly as well before we continue.
One instant. Stars rearranged. We are here. Talk to me.
I usually leave 3 in there. We just got 40 points. That XP points right there. Let's figure out where we are. I have no idea where we are. Might as well scan the planet while we're here. Bit of extra... whatever. Okay, so it's another system with 1 star and a planet. That's actually really, really close. If you have a look there at the gravity wells, that is almost fallen into that gravity well. Where are we here? I think we were over here the last time we spoke to them, I think. And now we're back over here near Sol. Let's keep on moving, which is nice to know. Alright, let's hail anyway.
There's been rumors of soldiers smuggling personal items into the station. I doubt it. UC Marines are way too disciplined. Things were a little too loose under Commander Woods. With Commander Natara, we have stricter checkpoints, more patrols, and better security.
Right, let's dock. Just realized this ship's level 100. Like, we're only like immediately level like 27 or something. Not even, I think we're lower 20s, not even 27, I don't think.
Let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Alright, let's go have a chat with the Vigilance. Let's go hand over whatever we found and
Yeah?
whatever else they say. Let's board the Vigilance. We're getting greeted, or... Nope. We're just going straight to the command deck.
Everything looks clear.
Also took a few extra credits as well. Off of
I've heard the technology of the
UC there.
station would make the
Did steal, but... Anyway, here you are.
The commander appreciates
Hello.
the sacrifice.
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process.
Infiltrating that station without getting caught was quite tricky, given that it was a UC station. I thought it best not to hurt anyone. How is... yeah, let's go with that.
As you've probably guessed, not very well. Keeping Mast out of the loop regarding this particular mission has proven exceptionally difficult. But we've managed to keep your involvement in the dark. Sparing the lives of the soldiers on SY-920 has definitely made our position with the top brass much easier.
Good, good. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I'm going to say, given this was a UC station, I thought it was best not to hurt anyone.
And on behalf of the United Colonies and Commander Natara, I thank you.
Injuring or killing UC personnel would only cause more problems for us in the long run.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report.
The Ghetto is working on the comm spike. Cargo ship captain named Han Dalu Dayu. I think it's Dayu. Helped me on the station. What should get? What do you mean time is short? What do you mean time is short?
With the acquisition of the comm spike, the fleet is one step closer to Crix's legacy. And the more people we arrest, the greater the chance that your infiltration is discovered. We're working against the clock here, so let's start by discussing the status of the comm spike.
A cargo ship captain named. We're gonna ask this question as well.
That all depends on what you've brought back from your mission. Aside from your eyewitness testimony, I assume you have the usual evidence that could lead to her incarceration?
I can take it off your hands once we complete your debriefing, but at the moment, I'm far more concerned about the comm spike.
Right, let's just go straight down the road here.
Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem?
He believes the condition grid in Nyan is the key.
The conduction grid?
By conduction.
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake.
And you can tell me that the fleet is getting close to Crix's legacy?
Of course I am, but it's a calculated risk.
I always like to ask the questions first. What embarrassing mistake? I know what the embarrassing mistake is, but just for your guys' reference, if you're jumping into the Let's Play a little bit later on, let me explain it.
The fact that our common enemy owes its existence to the United Colonies, of course. It was the riot at the lock, touched off by Jasper Creeks, that inspired him to create the Crimson Fleet in the first place.
Thanks to your assistance, we'll be able to rectify that mistake, and Mast will authorize an all-out assault.
Yeah, so, the lock and the key. So the key is up in space. It's a space station where the Crimson Fleet are currently inhabiting. Then you had the lock on the surface, which was a prison colony. It's sort of like with the lock and the key, it makes sense, but yeah. And then what they ended up doing is the lock used to be like a UC sort of like military base, and yeah, they ended up rioting, breaking out, and taking over the lock and the key, and then abandoning the key because it was on a cold, desolate planet. If you missed a few episodes back, I would go back and give them a watch.
Finish your thought, so that we can move on to other business.
Anyway, like he just said, let's continue, Shari. So, I'm pleased they finally taking you seriously. I hope make that get a pay increase. If I've survived that long, I'm pleased that they're finally taking you seriously.
It's long overdue. All right. I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
Oh, okay, I just got like 10,000 credits right there. That's quite a bit of credits, I'm not gonna lie. Nice, though. I think we also... I'm not sure what that achievement was. I sort of missed it. Let me just pull it up on something external here.
You have permission to speak freely.
Oh, yeah, you get an achievement for completing the best there is. That's what it was. Anyway, I don't think we can talk to you anymore about anything else.
Good luck.
Let's talk to her and give her offload of information and
remember to turn in any
stuff.
evidence fragments you find.
Actually, I don't have any. So yeah, we're done here.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Right, I guess we'll head to Neon.
There's been rumors of soldiers smuggling personal.
Let's head on out, shall we? But yeah, hopefully, just giving you guys a little bit of a recap if you've missed an episode or two. At least, now you know. I'm pretty sure as well, last episode I heard my crew say
Any
they've got
adventure
stuff
you
for
can
me.
fly away from. Is that how to say? I trust you are well.
Do you have anything interesting for me?
Indeed I do. All yours.
477 credits. Not bad.
May you find favor in all things.
I think these two also have something for me. These guys are very tight in there, eh?
Hey.
Do you have anything interesting for me?
Yes, have a look.
Alright.
So long.
See if he's got anything for us.
I'm all ears.
Do you have anything interesting for me?
Yes, right. Here, check this out.
It's a sandwich. I thought Sarah would end up giving me a sandwich. Let's go have a talk to the Dorian fan. Actually, I never really asked him what his name is. Where is the Dorian fan? Not up here. Where is he? That is finally closed. I didn't close it myself once. Is he up here? No. Where is the Adoran fan? Question. Crew. The Adoran fan is on New Atlantis. Well, he shouldn't be. He should actually be assigned to the ship, but he's not. One of two. Usually don't find an assignment to... He should be here, but he's not. I'm not sure why. Sarah's signed here. I can't remember how many crew members our ship has. Oh, it only has 2. Okay, I wonder if I've actually been running around with like a few extra crew. We are actually going to upgrade our ship though. In the next coming few days, I'm going to be doing it when I get a minute. So maybe it's in between tomorrow's episode or maybe Saturday's episode and maybe the next one we might do it. We'll see. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's stop wasting time. Let's get to our destination, which is Neon, I believe. All right, let's undock. So actually, I don't really know much about this mission. My friend stopped giving me hints. So
Clamps released.
I've lost a few bits and pieces. Well, I haven't really lost it. It's just he never really told me much about this mission. Sometimes we have a conversation about Starfield and stuff. So, oh wow, hull health is low. Yeah, we need to fix that. I also need to go see if maybe going back to Jameson or New Atlantis, just to see if the price of the ship repair has gone down since we're now at class 1.
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband.
Go for it. You're gonna find nothing.
That's all we need. Enjoy Neon.
Told ya. Right. Let's go ahead and land at Neon. Here we go. Level 23. That's what we are. Imagine us taking on a level 100 ship. Hell no. Not doing that.
Have I mentioned that I am not fond of seafood?
Yeah, neither am I. Right, let's go. Welcome to Neon. I really like the sign. I'm not gonna lie. Don't mind neon signs. They're sometimes a bit bright and a bit too colourful sometimes. Yeah. Definitely a long walk down here. So like, I believe this like used to be like an oil rig or something, or a fishing rig or something like that.
The scanners won't hurt you.
Yeah, we go through loads of scanners. They're just a different type. Right, let's head down to Neon. See what shenanigans we can get up to today. Looks like we're going this way. See how much stuff we can get up to here. Now, hopefully not much sneaking around and stuff.
Calf out there, buddy.
Right, well, we're going in here. So we're going to this place.
Nice. The Astral Lounge got you down. You're in the right place, baby.
Okay, then. Oh, wow. I actually like this place.
Stand around here all day, right? You want the stuff or not?
I'm still interested when you're asking almost double the going rate.
What? You think this stuff falls from the sky?
Look, I've bought ore on the street before, and I've never paid this much.
Still cheaper than buying it at the Astral Lounge. Now, this is the last time I'm gonna ask. Then I'm walking away. Do you want this stuff or not?
Fine. I'll transfer the credits and you can leave it at the usual place.
Yeah, sometimes eavesdropping like that actually pays off in the long run. I guess this is the person we are looking for. Hello.
You looking to get zoned?
No, I'm looking for you.
Yeah? Well, if I had a credit for every time I heard that line, I wouldn't be stuck working in this place. So, I'm guessing you're the rook that Delgado sent. Well, let me save both of us some time. Turn around, fly back to the key, and tell the big boss that I'm in no mood to screw around. We'll make this deal when he starts taking me seriously.
Let's cut the crap and get to work. Who said no one's taking you seriously?
Come on, give me a break. You're not exactly a top dog over there at the key, now are you? Sending me a rook to handle a job this risky is a goddamn insult.
I'm getting pretty tired of being called the Rook.
And I'm getting tired of the fleet not taking me seriously. I spent the last 3 months setting up this job, burned 2 contacts and a hell of a lot of credits. The whole time, I'm also keeping Bayou off our backs. That idiot even catches a whiff of money and he latches onto you like a damn leech.
He has certainly earned quite a reputation. Neon is proof of it.
Crimea River. If you want to piss off Delgado by complaining, that's on you. I'm gonna go with that one, I think. And we both need to do what we're told. Let's ask a question first. I'm gonna ask a question, then go with this one.
Benjamin Bayou, Neon's esteemed mayor, or administrator, or whatever the hell you want to call him. He's also the greediest bastard you'll ever meet. Got his fingers in everyone's business, and the muscle to back it up. The only reason I'm allowed to operate on Neon is because I pay well to keep my involvement off his radar. The last thing I need right now is an amateur like you getting me kicked off world.
I'm gonna say if you want to piss off Delgado by complaining, that's on you.
All right, I get the point. Let's just get this over with. I don't have a ton of time to stand here and screw around, so I'm gonna make this as clear as possible. You want the conduction grid tech, then you're gonna have to download it from the power core of Generdyne's facility in the underbelly.
That sounds easy enough. What kind of facility are we talking about?
I'm talking about Generdyne's main power plant for Neon. All their cushy offices might be up in the trade tower, but the nuts and bolts of their operation are running beneath the city.
Where is this underbelly?
Beneath your feet, genius. It's the lowest level of Neon. Generdyne and Xenofresh are down there, along with some of the finest cuisine in the city.
And what exactly is the power core?
Some fancy name the brain trust at Generdyne calls the room where all the power from the conduction grid is stored. Cute, right? Hey, don't look at me. I didn't build the damn thing. All I know is that the tech inside the place is valuable.
I don't really want to say it, but it sounds easy enough.
Love the confidence. But before you pull the ripcord, I'm afraid I need to add a bit of a wrinkle. While you're inside Generdyne, I need you to plant a virus into their system. It's a simple side job that'll earn you some credits. I think you can handle it.
I'm always interested in making money. Delgado never mentioned anything about the virus. Nope. No way. I came here to grab the data. And why should I bother doing this for you?
The elevator doesn't exactly go to the top floor in that head of yours, does it? Everything in the Crimson Fleet is accomplished through a decent helping of give and take. As in, I'm not going to give you the information to get your precious data unless you take this virus and upload it like I asked.
I'm always interested in making some extra money.
Well, look at you. You're smarter than I thought. Generdyne has all sorts of tasty, valuable snacks in their databanks, and I want access. Here, take this microdrive and access the computer in Brayson Bayou's office. It'll do the rest on its own.
I'll be on my way then. I assume I'll be facing some serious security. Why do you need access to their data?
Let's just say that information can be just as lucrative as selling Aurora and keep it at that, okay? But don't worry, I promised Delgado that when it came to the conduction grid data, that's his territory. I won't touch it. Yep, nepotism has its advantages. Word on the street is that the Generdyne gig is the only one Benjamin could get for his younger brother. Well, he's not the brightest.
I assume I'm facing some serious security.
Oh no. Are you scared, little rabbit? Well, don't worry. I've got you covered.
Generdyne's got their place locked down tight. But, as usual, the weak link comes from the people that work there. I recommend you start with Ayumi Komiko, an upper-level exec at Generdyne. Get your hands on her security pass, and you'll have the run of the place.
I'm going to ask the question. I like to always ask the question. I'm probably going to piss her off, but yeah, yo.
You should be asking what won't you need it for. The facility is closed to the general public, and they keep all of their important files encrypted. Not to mention the fact that there's going to be all sorts of nasty security inside you're going to want to bypass.
All right. There's got to be a catch.
The catch is that Komiko's having a little fling with Benjamin Bayou. Anyway, you can find Komiko at Euphorica. Talk to the owner of the place, Micah. She'll point you in the right direction. As for dealing with Komiko herself, she's got an office in the trade tower if you're looking for something incriminating. The rest is up to you, Rook. When you're done, come meet me at the VIP booth in the Astral Lounge so we can celebrate.
Can you tell me anything useful about...
Not much to tell, really. Thanks to their nifty little conduction grid, they're able to provide power for the entirety of Neon. Damn thing was supposed to be some kind of miracle invention, turning lightning into usable electricity. Neat trick, right? Only catch is that you need a planet like Voli, where lightning strikes often enough to make it feasible. Guess how many of those exist? Ding! If you said 0, you're absolutely correct. So Generdyne has been in dire financial straits for years.
I'm amazed they're still around. I assume the city has been... I assume the city has been loaning them credits to keep it afloat.
Loaning them credits? No, that's not how things work around here. The only reason they haven't folded is because they charge exorbitant fees for power. I'm talking 2 or 3 times what it costs in New Atlantis. Okay, Now, on to round 2 of our little game. Guess who has a major stake in Generdyne and soaks up all that delicious profit?
I'm gonna go with the corporation.
Ooh, not even close. The answer you were looking for isn't another corporation. It's a person.
Oh, okay.
It's good old Benny Bayou.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch has a finger in every single pie in the sorry excuse for a city. Generdyne's no different. All off the books, of course. How the hell do you think Brayson Bayou got the job down there? It wasn't because of his good looks or smarts, I can promise you that.
Can you tell me this at all?
Nepotism gets him the job at Generdyne as their chief technician, yet the guy doesn't know the first thing about electrical engineering. They obviously invented the position just to give the moron a salary. One of the many poorly kept secrets in Neon. Frankly, I think he's such a screw-up. Benjamin Bayou stuck his ass in that facility under the city to keep him out of the limelight.
Anything I need to know about this person?
Businesswoman. Tough as hull plating. She's the COO at Generdyne, and I can assure you she didn't get there with her winning smile. As for her relationships, well, that's a bit more complicated. Publicly, she's having a bit of a fling with Benjamin Bayou. But rumor has it that she's just using Bayou and having a little bit of fun on the side with Micah, the owner of Euphorica. If I were you, I wouldn't bother trying to appeal to her good nature. She's a manipulative person who uses people to get what she wants.
Alright. Can you give me the lowdown on...
Pretty laid-back club over in Ebbside. Owner's name is Micah. She's young, but sharp as a razor, and has gang muscle to back her up. The little Aurora lounge she has tucked away in the building is the real gold mine. Said she modeled it after opium dens on old Earth. Bayou takes a cut of the profits, of course. The rumor says it's way less than he usually takes. No one knows why.
Alright, we've asked all the questions.
Don't let Komiko push you around. She isn't as tough as she seems.
Yeah. Bye.
Hey, get away from me.
Yeah, I don't like her much. Don't like her much at all. I thought we were going to get on a lot better than that, but yeah, she's a bit of a... I understand where they were coming from now with that.
Whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. Head back to Bayou Plaza before the disciples get you.
I think I can handle myself. Who are these disciples?
A gang. Worst gang there is. They'll stab you for kicks, taking bets on how long you squeal before you bleed out. And that's not a hyper whatchamacallit. They seriously did that. Poor Ted.
I appreciate the warning. I can handle myself. I appreciate the warning.
We gotta look out for each other, right? Us crate rats used to think the Ebbside strikers were awful, with all the muggings and shakedowns, but now that they're on the ropes, kinda wish they weren't just holed up in Madame Sauvage's. Streets are getting bad. Real bad.
That's good to know.
Sure. So, being so helpful, a chance for a donation. Come on, might be saving my life. What with the disciples and all. Have a heart.
Sorry, I don't have any credits spare.
Story of my life.
I do, but it's not for you. I need to purchase a ship. And upgrade a ship. You're not getting none of my money. Sorry. Right, so we've got an optional objective, which is over here. So yeah, anytime we can do an optional, we're doing the optional. So let's go over here first, I think. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing over here. Locate evidence to...
Frank Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
Also, while we're here, we can... we can also go to... Stroud Eckland if we wanted to. Hello there.
Yeah, what? Is this important? I'm really busy right now. Let me save you some time. If you're here for a job, we're not hiring. If you're here about the conduction grid tour, we shut it down a year ago.
Tour would have been nice.
Well, like I said, it's shut down. Had to cut the entire tour staff too. Look, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up at you, but I've got a ton of problems and no time to deal with them all. I'm afraid that things aren't going terribly well around here.
Okay. If you don't mind me talking about it, I'm willing to listen. Respect the company, fortune. If you don't mind talking about it, I'm willing to listen.
I don't care if I'm allowed to or not. I'm happy to get this off my chest. The conduction grid went online almost 75 years ago. And since then, we haven't developed a single groundbreaking innovation. At this point, the money we're taking in as a power utility barely covers the waste that's going on in the research and development division.
That sounds like a new person in charge of R&D. Sounds like a new person in charge of R&D.
You'd think that, right? The problem is that Brayson Bayou, Administrator Bayou's brother, is currently heading up the R&D division. I swear to you, the man doesn't know the first thing about power systems or electromagnetic technology.
Yeah.
Of course there are. But so far, Brayson has suppressed most of their work through pure jealousy. Look, I'm running out of options. No one above me seems to care what's going on, but I'm willing to take a chance. I have a full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayou, but I don't know if he can be trusted. What do you think I should do?
If you're worried about this company, then send the report to... I honestly don't know what you should do, to be fair. What exactly does the report say? Let's go with that. I might be able to make a decision from there.
It describes my aggravation with how badly Brayson Bayou is running the Research and Development Division. I'm also including a list of all the failed experiments he's greenlit, and how much they've cost Genodyne as proof of his incompetence. I'm praying someone as financially successful as Administrator Bayou might be able to put aside his ego and look at this from a business perspective.
I think you should just send it, so do it.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I can't allow Brayson to run this company into the ground. Hey, look, thanks for helping me out with this. It's been on my mind for a long time. If there's anything else you need, any questions at all, feel free to ask.
Mind if I ask questions about...
As long as it doesn't get me into serious trouble, ask away.
As we can persuade, so do you suspect that she's involved in anything illegal?
Whoa. Okay, that's crossing the line. I can't discuss company matters like this.
What's the harm in you helping me?
No, I can't. Sorry.
Just tell me I'll get out of your hair. Just tell me I'll get out of your hair. I'm probably going to knock it back even more, and I'm going to probably fail this, but...
I don't have time for this.
I'm glad you're starting to come around to my point of view.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Look, I don't know why you're pushing me to talk about Miss Komiko's private affairs, but I don't think it's appropriate to ask me about this right now. We're done talking about that. Sorry. You want to do some digging? You do it on your own.
Great. I don't know if I can roll back, actually. I'm not going to. Do you enjoy working under her?
She's my boss. She's fine, I guess. Look, like I said, I don't want to get into serious trouble. She might be a bit tough on all of us, but being responsible for Neon's power grid is a very stressful position. Sometimes that stress trickles down.
How long has she been your boss?
I've only been working here for a few years now, and she's been my boss the entire time. Well, the big boss is our CEO, Mr. Harada. But I've actually never met him. He lives somewhere in New Atlantis, I think.
That's all I wanted to know.
Sure, no problem.
I really wish I managed to persuade him there, actually, to be fair. I might reload a save, though, for that. Let's ask other questions, then.
Genodyne was founded in 2232 by the original designer of the conduction grid, Felicia Corbin. Working from her facility in Neon, it took her almost 25 years to get the conduction grid up and running. That was Genodyne's first and last major success.
Can you tell me how the conduction grid works?
The span above the city is outfitted with a specially developed electromagnetic absorption system. When a lightning discharge hits the span, the energy is instantly distributed across the grid to prevent overload. The energy is then transferred through a series of polyphasic capacitors and rectifiers to ensure all of the negative and positive strikes are equalized. At this point, the energy is clean, and it gets stored in massive storage cells in Neon's underbelly, from which it's parceled out and used for power.
Okay, cool.
That's an excellent question, and the answer for it is surprisingly simple. The conduction grid is only effective in lightning-rich environments. That's why Volai was chosen as its primary development site. Genodyne has always hoped to adapt the grid's absorption technology for other applications, but nothing public has ever been announced.
To be fair, I think I'm going to try and load a save and probably get him to talk a bit more.
It was great speaking with you.
Because I think I missed out on that, to be fair. Right, let's reload a save. I'll be right back, and we'll try and talk him out of it. I'll try and talk him through it, I should say.
Whoa. Okay, that's crossing the line. I can't discuss company matters like this.
Alright, okay, so we're back. Let's see if we can get through this. So, there must be some way we can both win here. I know... Yeah, you'd like to help if you could. What's the harm in telling me? I think if I say what's the harm in telling me, I think I'm going to fail. Must be some way we can both win here.
You may think so, but I don't.
You're wasting my time.
I'm the one you've got to deal with, like it or not.
I know you'd like to help me if you could. Sorry to try and make you trouble. I just wanted to talk this through.
Look, I'd like to help, but... Okay, listen. You didn't hear this from me, but I know she's up to something with Benjamin Bayou. He was in her office a few weeks ago, and they had some kind of shouting match. It got really heated until Bayou stormed out the door. I don't know what it was about, but I happen to know Miss Komiko keeps audio recordings of all her meetings in her safe. And before you ask, yes, I'll unlock it for you. Just don't tell anyone I helped, okay?
Oh wow, okay. There we go, we actually beat that. I wasn't actually thinking that, I wasn't thinking I was gonna win that one, to be honest with you. I thought I was gonna have to reload a save again, but nope, we got through it.
Sure, no problem. Hope to see you again soon.
So apparently he's going to
If you want to talk, you'll have to schedule an appointment.
open the safe for me. Switch. Not sure what the switch does, but okay. Missing evidence. We'll take it. We'll also take our credits too. Oh, okay, it does the shutters. Okay, that's what that does. I think nobody saw me steal it either, so we're good.
Got a problem?
None at all. We're leaving. So optional, use the evidence to... Okay, can we actually view that evidence? We've got loads of new stuff in here. No, we can't. Right, let's head back down to the lobby. See what else we can find and do. Optional evidence to exploit. Let's go ask this person for the whereabouts anyway.
So you can do your banking your own way, on your own
Just one quiet day.
Excuse me, we're coming through. Go through this door. The big red door, which seems weird. Going through big red doors. Guess we're going in here. I think this is the person we need to ask questions
let's settle
to.
this once and for all. Velocity or
Welcome. Please, make yourself comfortable. I can offer you a drink, or perhaps you're here seeking access to our members' lounge, where you can enjoy your Aurora experience in peace.
See, you just proved my point. Down your third velocity, and you're out cold. By the third
I'm
chimera,
looking for this
you're
person,
floating on
please.
frickin' cloud
No, no, not this again. You people should leave her alone. What do you want with her?
Where the hell did Micah learn to mix a drink like that anyway?
I have some documents for her
Let's
to
face it,
sign.
some people are just
I'm an old friend of hers, and none of your business. Why do you care so much?
Not that it's any of your business, but we're very close. We're in love. I refuse to let anything bad happen to her, no matter how much trouble she's gotten herself into.
I'm gonna go with I have some documents for her to sign.
Yeah, sure. Tell me another one. You debt collectors are low-life assholes. She's broke, okay? Now get out of my club before I get really pissed off and have you thrown into the street.
I suspect I would enjoy the attempt much more than you would.
I'm at Crimson Fleet. I'm no debt collector. I'm from the Crimson Fleet. Let's go with that. Let's see what she says. I'm going to actually ask how much does, is this going to cost me?
Oh my god. You're offering me money to betray her? How low can you get?
Right.
Look, I'm getting really tired of this crap. Get out now.
You're going to throw me out?
When I need the trash taken out, I call the strikers. They take care of the garbage around here. So unless you want to deal with the toughest gang in Ebside, I'd suggest you leave. Now.
The only other option is to say I'm from the Crimson Fleet.
The Crimson Fleet? Oh my, I'm sorry. I had no idea. I didn't mean anything by it, really. Sorry, I just...
That worked.
Well, I worry about her. Ayumi owes a lot of money around town. I'm trying to help her out. But, you know, I have a business to keep afloat. If you want to talk to her, you can find her in the members' lounge. Of course, access to the lounge is going to cost you. And I'm not changing my mind about that.
What were the perks of the members' lounge?
Not only will you be able to experience one of the most exclusive Aurora lounges in Neon, you also have access to our private bar. The bartender down there is a personal friend of mine, and he sells some rather unique items.
Maybe I'd be better. Wait.
Whatever you wish. May all your journeys be safe.
Yeah.
Can I?
Looks like you need to relax.
I need to pay, don't I?
Here for a drink? A chimera, perhaps? Certainly. Now you do understand that the fee is for unlimited use and that it's non-refundable.
I guess I'll just pay the 5,000 credits.
Excellent. Then here is your access key. Please let us know if anything in the lounge interferes with your comfort. Enjoy your stay.
Hey there.
Goodbye. I'm gonna steal that 5,000 credits back. Screw her. Seriously? A toilet which you have to use a key card for? Really? Right, here's the person we want to talk to anyway.
Yeah. What do you want?
We're gonna go with that. Nothing, sorry to bother you. How's...
Before you continue, let me save you some time. If you're having a problem with your power or complain about your rates, you need to contact our customer service department. Anything else?
I need to get away into the power facility.
You must be zoned out of your mind, because there's no way anyone sober would say something like that.
Show the evidence, crimes of fleet attack. Whoever said I'm willing to pay.
You're serious? Okay, then let me ask you a question, genius. Do you really think I'd risk my position as COO of Generdyne for a few credits? I don't think so.
Alright, how about this evidence then, eh? So help me, or this evidence will scheme with Bayou ends up on SSNN. How about those apples?
How the hell did you find that? It was Estelle Vincent, wasn't it? That bitch. I knew I should have kept that somewhere else. Here, take this pass. It should get you through the storage room entry to the facility. I'm warning you though. Once you're inside, you're trespassing in a high security zone. That means they shoot on sight. Good luck. You're going to need it.
Oh yeah, some more sneaking. Get in. What exactly do you do for... Let's ask good questions. Why not?
What is this? A job interview? I'm the COO of the company. Second to the top. Right under our esteemed CEO, Mr. Harada. Also known as Benjamin Bayou. So when you ask me what I do for Generdyne, the answer is nothing. The Bayous run the show, and I tread water. The salary helps, of course, but at the end of the day, I'm just a joke. Sitting in an office to make things look legitimate.
Why does Benjamin have to hide the fact he's CEO?
Keeps him off the Freestar Collective's radar. They might actually step in if they discover that the same person controlling the city's regulations and bylaws benefits financially from them. If you haven't figured it out by now, Benjamin has a stranglehold on the city. You can't take a piss without him charging you after flush. Try and get in his way, and then he uses Neon security to beat you senseless. or the Sioga Syndicate to make you disappear.
Sounds like real life. You know, you can't really take a dump or go to the toilet without having to pay somebody for something. Toilet roll, the water you flush your toilet with. Then you also have to pay for the wastage, taking it away using the sewage system. Yeah, it all adds up really when you think about it, don't it? Yeah. I'm guessing there's not much love for how things are.
Maybe you should come back when you actually have something useful to say. If you had to work with Grayson Bayou, you'd understand. The man is still a totally incompetent fool, and he's running our company into the ground. The worst part of it is that he's Administrator Bayou's brother, so I can't fire him. I can't reassign him. I can't even yell at him. It's like having a cut on your body, and you're helplessly watching yourself bleed to death. Except in our case, we're hemorrhaging money.
Yeah. Is there something personal going on between you and Benjamin Bayou?
I suppose if I don't explain, a copy of that recording you found might end up on the next SSNN report. Okay, fair enough. A few years back, the previous CEO of Generdyne went missing. As the COO, I was next in line for the job. Instead, Bayou muscled his way into the company and gave me an ultimatum. Either back up his bullshit Mr. Harada identity, or I'm gone. I had no choice. But I decided right then and there, I was going to do whatever I could to take what was rightfully mine. If that meant seducing Bayou to tip him off balance, then so be it. Luckily for me, Micah's been incredibly understanding about the whole thing.
She must be very important to you. It's nice to have someone like that beside you. Sorry, by your side. You two seem an unlikely pair. What happened to the previous CEO? She must be very important to you.
More than you can possibly imagine. Micah is the only person in this godforsaken city that's kept me from going completely under. She doesn't want money, doesn't use me for influence or as a stepping stone to get ahead. She loves me for being me, and I love her for being the same. And when this stupid bullshit is over, and Bayou is 10 fathoms deep under Neon, we'll be there for each other. Forever.
Right, that's all I have for her.
I just know this is gonna come back to bite me on the ass. I just know it.
Well... Oh well.
You good?
I think I've now got access to this lounge, like, all the time now.
Haven't seen a leech in a while. I think the city got them all.
Right, let's get out of here. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing next, but we'll have a look. At least we got our key pass. I definitely think reloading the save to grab what we need to grab was probably the good idea. Looks like we're going into this elevator and we are going somewhere. I have no idea where. Okay, we're down here, wherever here is. Looks like we need to get over there. Okay, down here is a bit grimy and dingy. It's got rubbish on the floor.
I would hope for the sake of these workers that after a while you get used to the smell.
Clover over at Kelcorp, she's too good for Neon. Sounds like she's trying to help someone or something. Honestly, I kind of tuned her out.
There we go, we've got another activity. Let's actually have a look at, holy moly, that's a long way down. I think we can actually go down there as well if we wanted to. But, yeah, we're not falling down that. We're heading over here. But, yeah, I'm not really seeing any fish or anything. I'm pretty sure this used to be like a fishing barge. What we got here? We've got... What we're actually doing here, we're entering Grayson through the storage entrance. I think what we'll do is, oh wow, there's actually landing pads out over there. I think we'll end this one here. We'll probably continue from here in the next one. Then we'll probably have a bit of a sneaking episode again, but yeah, we'll give that a go. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series and everything so far. If you guys are, please do hit the like button. If not, there's always a dislike button right next to that. If you guys haven't hit subscribe already, please do hit subscribe. It always helps out the channel. I was trying to grow and all that good stuff, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next one.
What the fuck are you doing, Morgan?